Well, San Mateo County Sheriff Christina Corpus grilled on the stand for a second day as she fights to keep her job. And just minutes ago, our cameras captured the sheriff in a blue suit right there, leaving the public hearing that will determine if she should be removed from office. She was questioned on a wide range of topics, from police overtime to her $8,000 diamond earrings and her alleged use of slurs. Lauren Toms was there as the sheriff got a chance to defend herself against allegations of corruption and misconduct.
As Sheriff Christina Corpus took the stand for the second day of testimony in her fight to keep her elected position, she spoke emotionally about her early years in the department, a time she says was marked by discrimination and harassment. Under cross-examination by her own attorney, Corpus described being one of just 2 women in her academy class, finding ants and sugar stuffed into her locker, and being called derogatory names by veteran deputies, some whom still hold positions in the sheriff's office today. When she decided to run for sheriff, Corpus testified some within the department actively tried to undermine her campaign, taking down her political signs and making threats to those who supported her. Legal analyst Steve Clark says this was one of her biggest moments to tell her side of the story.
Sheriff Corpus was clearly fighting for her career, and she was very well prepared. She knew the material, and she didn't let the county attorney get under her skin.
But while the defense tried to portray Corpus as a reformer in a hostile culture, the county painted a different picture. Corpus fielded questions about allegations she retaliated against employees, using her power as sheriff to target critics and favor allies. They point to pay raises she pushed through for close aide Victor INJ and questioned whether their relationship crossed a line, creating a conflict of interest.
If it didn't go into the romantic area, the fact that they were so close, I think that is what the county is saying. It doesn't really matter if it was romantic, but the fact that he was so close to you, giving you gifts, you're having lunch all the time, and you're promoting him, you're moving him up the ladder when he doesn't necessarily deserve it, that's where I think the conflict of interest comes in.
County attorneys held up the sheriff's handbook, saying INJ benefited from promotions and access despite little formal experience. They also confronted her with text messages, alleged slurs, and questions about gifts like diamond earrings. Corpus denied any wrongdoing.
She had an answer for everything. She was very well studied on this material. And so when there was these negative inferences trying to be drawn, she corrected the county council and said, no, that's not the way it happened.
The county also pointed to the arrest of Deputy Carlos Tapia, the union leader, calling it retaliation after he challenged her on a costly overtime policy. The district attorney later cleared Tapia of any fraud. Corpus insisted she was relying on her executive team and making legitimate management decisions.
Sheriff Corpus is the elected sheriff, and she has the right to make these decisions. Maybe there was an element of being unhappy with some of these people, but at the same time, is that grounds for removal? She has every right to do that.
It will be up to a third-party judge to decide whether to recommend Corpus be removed from office, weighing her testimony as a woman who fought through bias and hostility to lead the department as its first Latina and first woman sheriff, against allegations that she abused that power.
And the calls for Corpus to resign picked up steam. This happened back in November 2024 when the Board of Supervisors released an independent report from a retired judge detailing the allegations of abuse of power. Corpus even showed up during a public comment at a special board meeting, calling that report politically motivated. The board will now have 30 days to review the judge's ruling when it does come out before voting in a public meeting.